Warning. The bullshit you're about to hear is going to be explicit. If you have fucked up, horrible feelings about life, skip us. But if you're okay with laughing at yourself and being cool, then cool. Continue watching this fucking video, bitch, and we'll see you at the end when you watch the next one right after or even before. I don't give a fuck. But your mama, she hot. Give her my number so I can give it to Bear. Love you.
Welcome to the Are You Fucking Serious podcast, where we don't know what the fuck we're doing anymore. Where we're changing frames. We're changing everything. I look different. Mookie's look different. If you're watching,
care about Bruno. We still don't care about Bruno.
And guess who's showing his whole head? Bear.
That hairy ass little milk dud.
Milk dud. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to unsee it now.
You'll never unsee it. Never.
No, especially from this angle.
Hey.
And why do you dress like the packaging?
I don't know, because I feel like
Nah.
I felt this joke coming.
You remember VeggieTales? After the peas?
Go.
No. The peas with the glasses?
That's pretty good.
Oh damn!
I just saw that.
I'm never gonna be able to unsee. Like I'm never gonna be able to unsee that.
Yep.
Oh damn!
What was the catch?
I can't even look at your screen now. Like
Good. Stay out, you awesome shit, man.
oh damn, bro. Oh god. Oh shit. How y'all been?
Fuck you, bitch. Don't ask me about my life.
Wow. Don't act like all your life you had to
First, you know?
your life you had it easy.
It's like Sunday morning, bitch. I refuse to struggle. Shit.
He said, fuck that. I'm not about to struggle.
What kind of like struggling for?
Bad. It's hell.
We have to do a master class on how not to struggle. Featuring movies.
Don't be Bear.
That sounds like
Damn.
Oh, damn.
all my life I had to fight.
You still fighting.
I'm still.
You are still fighting.
Yep. I'm still just wearing belly.
Yeah.
It's all real.
Real.
Oh man. Well, Bear, so how you been since
Besides the struggle, pretty great. Yeah, not much here. It's getting hot. It's been alright.
Man. And you know what? With everything going on in the world, man, particularly here in the U.S., like, we are so fucking ghetto. Like, the U.S. is ghetto.
We are a third
Oh, yeah.
world nation, if we're being honest.
We're a first world country with third world amenities. Like, how the fuck? How the fuck does this happen? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna say, we're praying for y'all out in Texas. We're praying for everybody who's been tortured and terrorized, legitimately terrorized, by these active ass shooters. Like,
And these Republicans trying to make everything back to what it was in 1942. Fuck bitches.
don't get money. Please don't get money. Anything but the money. Hey, but for real though, y'all are in our thoughts, y'all are in our prayers, y'all are in everything that we're thinking about. I mean, I think of the three of us, I would say, you know, Moki's, you're probably the closest. Yeah, actually you are. You're not super far away from there, you know.
Nah, they just foiled a plot out here not that long ago, I'd say.
Did they?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't like this trend. This ain't working.
Man, I'm glad we went to hood in school, or school in the hood. Shit.
Right?
Yeah, ready. That worked. Come out here then.
I mean, it's weird though, because it's not, if you actually look at the demographics that this happens to, I mean, it ain't us. I mean, I think the school shooting was the closest to the ghetto.
Yeah, but they had like that community had like 13,000 people.
Right.
And 40% of their tax dollars were going to SWAT and the police, and yet they still didn't want to do their job.
Stupid. That's a waste.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll be honest, yeah, but there is a slight blessing because I mean, it was like a daily struggle for us to, go to school and get to school, but like the likelihood of us getting shot down on the way to school was actually lower in theory. If you actually think of mathematically, it's lower than the chance of a school shooting at one of these other prominent schools. So, in a weird way, we were weirdly safer. What the fuck?
That is weird, man. You can't be paying more money to have your kid be in more danger. The fuck kind of shit is that?
Right? And that's the other thing too, is just like, for example, we had, in theory, more illegal access to guns, yet we don't play with guns like that, because where we come from, they're actually dangerous,
And they ain't registered. That's the one thing, they ain't registered. So you didn't have people trying to do dumb shit. Like, oh, y'all stuff shit at the store unregistered. Like, that's too much heat. Like, nah.
Right. So, and that's what I'm trying to say is like, if that's the case for us in a community where, and in theory they're illegal, because I mean, let's be honest, we as minorities we can own guns, but we can't carry them around.
Yeah.
Oh,
like we can't do that freely. People will look at us like,
man, you can't even carry a cell phone and be a minority. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, for real.
A can of soda.
You can't even be in possession of a big dick. Like, let's be real, because they might be like, oh, what's he pulling out? Nothing. I get hard when I'm scared. I'm sorry.
Like, fight or flight reflex.
You can't even pull up your like, yeah. And don't let you be a minority and like be special needs, because then it's just like they really gonna fuck with you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, because like I said, there are these vulnerable communities, and honestly, it's weird. Like I said, it's weird that we were safer. Like when you actually in this weird statistical fucking analysis, how we were weirdly safer. And that's the thing too, is like it only takes one fucking person for this shit to happen.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I don't know what the case is in this case. I don't know what the case is in any cases, but for those the active shooters who are students who are just feeling outcasted, y'all just need to treat people better, first of all. Now, if you did your best, that's fine. I understand. But all these other cases, I ain't got advice for. I don't. Because you just got somebody who just came and decided that that's what they wanted to do.
Well, no, in this case too, like it was all over social media that you wanted to do it.
Right.
At that particular school, so it's like people have been able to see this shit and still didn't do nothing. I'm like, see, that's when you just know they okay with letting certain people die.
Yeah.
And the worst part is it was like, oh, when it happened out in Colorado, that's when people were like, oh, it's okay to kill kids. And it's like, well, no. And even then, like that school was predominantly white. People still didn't give a fuck.
Right.
You had one case in the 90s in New Zealand, and they were like, fuck that. We ain't letting kids die no more, and got rid of all guns.
Because that's all it should have taken, because it's one of those things where like a gun is so dangerous that it only takes one gun to kill multiple people. And I heard somebody make a joke, but like, we don't hear about stabbings. That's not true at all.
You just run around.
Yeah, well, in St. Cloud, yeah, I remember.
If you let yourself get stabbed by a mass stabber.
No, he legitimately snuck around. That was the problem. Like he was sneaking around and then stabbing people.
That's where you need to be high alert. I don't ever go in a place and not think some shit can happen just because America.
Well, Captain Stabbing did it. Like he did.
Captain Stabbing. Was that the moniker he was going by?
No, that's what I'm calling him.
It don't help that he was Somalian too, so it really was like I'm the
he was. Oh, you ain't on that one.
No, wait, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I actually did it that way. I'll be 100%.
The actor that played that part was from Minnesota too.
God damn. Too many dots. Too many dots. This is feeling like Pac-Man.
Look at this accidentally layered attack you just made. The accidental layers. All of it. Sir, I need you to be aware of your jokes. Like,
And all jokes aside, though, I mean, like, this shit is not okay. And for those of you watching who are not in the US, understand that, like, most of us don't want this. Like, most of us are, like, against all this shit. At least, I'm gonna say most of us. I would say a good majority of people that we know. But unfortunately, there are more powers that be that we can't do anything with. Like, it's unfortunate, but we can't do shit. Because I know most of our listeners are from like Germany and shit, which I don't know how y'all found us, but
good Lord.
Seriously, we might have to do one of these things in German.
I look like Bear can barely speak English as is, and he's an English major. Yeah.
I was gonna say it. But understand that, yeah, we everybody that we know is against this shit. We know that there are a lot more people who are wanting more responsible laws in place for this, but it's just that America for some reason thinks that they are founded on
Christianity.
No, guns. Like
Christianity and guns. Look at that in America.
Yeah, but that's what I mean is like for some reason that's like a core principle. Like I don't know. I can't tell you.
Nobody wants to read the rest of that line.
Right. So
you have the right to bear arms in order to form a well-ordered militia, right?
Mm-hmm.
It means that like if the British come to attack us again, we can protect ourselves. Not we need this gun to go shoot up a school or go shoot up other people. Like the amount of dumb cases of people who have a gun own it and like registered and everything and shoot themselves is too damn hot.
Yeah.
That alone tells you not everybody needs a gun.
When people do it the right way, like they're supposed to, like the Black Panthers, like then they get labeled as a terrorist group because they're not white. So
that's why now the white Republicans, or mostly Republicans anyway, in Congress are trying to get the whole idea of domestic terrorists and take them down, even though they're mostly white people fall under that category.
And that's the reason why they want it taken down, because
they're like, oh shit.
Because the weird thing was that the Black Panthers were literally just defending the community against literally tyranny at that point. And the reason here's the thing, like you could tell that was really fucked up and racist because we have a whole program for mothers and children called WIC because of the Black Panthers.
Yep.
And that's not the only program that they created, but that's the most prominent. And it's something that we have all over the United States now, and it's something that we have, and they literally were using their powers for good. And just because they were Black and all these scared ass white people, like now they're considered terrorists. So
one of them still in Cuba. That's what's up.
Yeah,
flag.
So, man, but yeah, just know that we are in support of better gun laws, and this is just really fucking complex.
Guns at all, people.
Man.
You win some or you lose some, but you live to fight another day. Shout out to Pops. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
Yeah, rest in peace.
You ain't never heard that quote before. Watch Friday.
Then watch next Friday.
The Friday after next.
I wouldn't bother with First Sunday, but if you want.
Hey, it's worse when you realize that one scene where they meet up with Snoop Dogg is at fucking Roscoe's.
Is it?
They filmed at Roscoe's. Yeah, they filmed in Long Beach, and then they filmed that scene at Roscoe's.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
there you go. Learning something new. Learning something fucking new. But something that's super appropriate, like, and Mookie's, you do this all the time, but this particular time you did the right amount of pink. The right amount of pink. So if you're watching the YouTube feed, he got pink. He normally has pink, but this is pink.
That's pink. What?
And the topic for today.
Hell yeah.
The topic for today is in relation to love, relationships, partnerships, everything you could think of. The question that we have today is, do opposites attract? And I don't just mean that in the romantic sense. I mean that in every sense. And if they do attract, what makes them attract, and does that work? And if they don't attract, why don't they work?
Go ahead, Bear. Which up single eyes? Do I even have the right to those statements? Whatever, I guess.
I mean, Dorisha was nice.
Whatever. The queen. Anyway, so
Living
that's
the rings with.
wow. You gonna start that? All right, fine. Anyway, I'm not too sure actually. I would probably assume that it actually wouldn't attract too much. It all kind of depends on what the opposites that you have are, I guess, because you kind of need, a basis for having a relationship in the first place. You have to have things that you have in common. I mean, sure, you can have different things that you guys can get into from each other's own hobbies and things of that nature, but you have to have some kind of base, at least, I would assume, before going further from there. But I don't know if all complete opposites attracting each other though, because I mean, I wouldn't even say you probably wouldn't even run into each other if you're complete opposites, technically, because you wouldn't even be in the same venues to even meet each other, really. But
What are the breaks for you then? Like what are the things that let's start with romance, since that's where everybody first goes in the first place. When you're looking for a romantic partner, what is the most opposite thing that you just cannot take?
yo, mama.
That's stupid.
Even in if it's actually though, he's completely right though.
Thank you.
In the beginning, no, you never want to meet the parents way in the beginning of a relationship. That's just impossible. I don't even mind if it's family oriented, but just no, I don't need to meet them that early. Hey, people, remember your significant other comes before your parents when you get married. All right. Why?
True. I mean,
that's your road dog now. So
yeah, that's your friend that just happened to give birth to you.
Wow.
The wording on that, it sounds so fucked up, but I understand. It's true. It's mildly true, unfortunately.
Because that's gonna be a ride or die. So you're all right, well, your parents can't change that one.
Yep, and understand if that person stops being your ride or die, that means they need to stop being your person. Because I mean, that's the thing is if they're not gonna be there for you, if they're not gonna be for you in the first place, get rid of their ass. That you want somebody for you, that wants better for you, development, everything, and all that growth and shit. Not somebody who's just there and passively, I don't even know if you could say passively loving, but we'll call it passively loving.
Existing.
If you have somebody that's trying to compete with your success, move the fuck along.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you got a new promotion don't mean that the other person got to give one too. And also, don't talk down to people just because they may not be financially at whatever level you might imagine for yourself. That'd be some petty shit. Bro, I make this one. I'm oh, well, I make this. You make this, and that's got to be the main thing you bring up in an argument. Yeah.
Money is the killer of a lot of relationships.
Not only that, but that first argument that you have as a couple, every argument after that's gonna lead right back to that.
Right back to the first.
I mean, that's true.
It is true.
Yeah, because that's just gonna be so annoying. Yeah, you forgot to leave the toilet seat up. Yeah, and that's why. Yeah, and you be like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Right? What the fuck you mean?
Right.
What you talking?
If you're a grown man and you don't if you leave your toilet seat up, you dirty.
Yeah,
that shit down.
Yeah.
Close both lids. All right, close both of them. Close both of them, people. Yeah. Because you never know. Because you might make the mistake. You gotta take a shit and then you fall through the toilet. You look like an idiot.
Hey, real talk though, that's happened to me, bro. It's fucking scary.
I bet.
It's fucking
there is some
scary.
man who use the toilet like that though. To poop.
How big is your ass?
Straight up. That's wow. What?
No, that's prison style.
That feels like it.
I mean, but even in prison, there's a mile wide and end of the toilet seat that works. It's not just because the normal toilet is just thin as fuck around the rim. How the fuck? How the actual fuck?
Yeah, I don't know that one. That's weird.
Oh no.
Told you.
Like, yeah, that's why. Like, yeah, that should be petty as fuck. Ain't nobody. No, like, if you are a petty person, you need to work on it. Cause like, there's no point in being petty.
So we got no petty people. We got
no bitch assness.
no, but yeah, well, that's Bear's whole message. You know, bitch assness. You need somebody who's there for you, not trying to be against you, or compete with you for that matter. No, I mean, there is a such thing as healthy competition, and if that's the way you and your partner work, then do that. I mean, I can't dictate how your relationship looks. If it works for you and it's a healthy competition, then yeah. But understand that a lot of people who are in competition with you are also working against you.
You either with me or against me, ho. Shout out to everybody.
That's the thing. When I say I don't compete with people, the reason I don't compete with people is because I'm not directly against you. I'm just trying to be successful for myself. And if you want to be like, oh, I want to be better than him, and that's what you want to do, go ahead. Go ahead. Just don't work against me. Like, work in your own fucking lane, doing your own fucking thing to get to your success.
This is what you gotta do, people. You gotta be like, baby, you know, I'm trying to be like Drake and Trey Songz. I'm just trying to be successful.
No. No.
The beat plays a rap girl.
At like 7 minutes song.
That's an old ass song too now. Now, do you realize that came from over 10 years ago?
You remember niggas used to be able to rap that whole song though?
Yeah.
That's
I'll trip, I'll fucking feel ya.
Too.
They be staring at the money like it's unfamiliar.
Oh,
Where did I get it? And that gets, you get. Like, I remember that shit. Don't even. And we started on that shit. That was like I said. That was one of my favorite Drake albums or mixtapes or whatever the fuck it was.
That's classic.
That was a good one.
Brand new. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Spend it every morning in the studio. Never said it be fair.
Oh, that's my shit. What is like?
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Hey, I'm sorry.
Hey, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas was good too. So was Lil Bit and Unstoppable and
hold on, what was that ignorant shit too? Don't forget that one.
Which one?
Oh, what was that one that kind of sounds like a Beatles song? Because it has a guitar. It's like it's like a classic.
Unstoppable, right?
I
like the bit Unstoppable.
It's not.
It had the same, yeah. It had a chord progression.
Boom, 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 boom. But no, I don't think it did.
Yeah, it did. It started that way, and then it.
No, do you still agree? It was like that.
Oh,
that shit was classic.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so far gone.
No, yeah. All right, this ain't like a super Drake appreciation thing either. Sorry.
Yeah, we're just this is tangent. But now it's gonna bother me.
This is Drake before he became Six God, people.
Yeah, I mean,
fresh off the grassy.
So it's one of those things.
Yeah, not best ever had. No.
Just a small deviation here. Yeah, I remember when Drake first came out. Before he even came out, this nigga had like groupies and shit, and like he was already popping, right?
And that nigga was in a wheelchair.
Right. Degrassi.
Damn it, Aubrey. Damn it, Aubrey. But there's a stark difference here because
all right, from no wheels and now we here.
Ooh.
I can't with you. Let me finish. Damn. So Drake had that startup where he was already popular. Like he already had like people expecting that album, and there was a recent article that I read that was talking about a guy named Jack Harlow. Now I don't know much about Jack Harlow, but apparently he had the same thing kind of happen, right? Where he was already popping. Like he had some music out, I think. But everybody was like thinking that this album that just came out, which I think it came out a week or two ago, was gonna be it. Like, you know, and it was gonna be like that was the album. That's like the shit. Like he's gonna have his Drake moment. Apparently, nigga didn't have his Drake moment.
Not like that. He also dropped it in a month. Kendrick told people a month at a time.
That's what I was about to say.
I would have pushed my release back to like 2
push it back. It's fine.
I'm like,
I would have. I don't understand why he did that. That didn't make any sense.
Why would you try to compete? I wouldn't do that shit.
And like I said, I don't know much about this dude. I know what he looks like now. He kind of cute. But
you and your white people, nigga.
I literally just said he kind of cute. But the other thing is, that I don't know how old he is. He looks like he's like 18, and I'm not.
He's pretty young.
That.
He's probably in his 20s. Shit,
about 20s, yeah, early 20s.
No, I don't know. But
He
that's
had like
what
one hit song, and then like they did a remix. The remix was fire, 'cause like Lil Wayne and a bunch of other people were on there. And then like after that, he just started appearing on like Lil Nas X shit, and so then it was like cool, but it was just like nigga,
he has.
most of-
Because I've listened to some of his stuff. He had a song. He has a song called First Class that uses like Fergie as a sample, and but he has feature voice.
he ain't Joseph Children, so
Like, if that makes sense, that's too stupid. If that makes sense, he has feature voice. He doesn't have leading.
oh, so you like Chris Montana?
Yeah, I mean, I would say because I was
Except you can remember him.
Fresh Montana. If I had to get any, like I said, the only song I like with Fresh Montana in it was like a song that he was featured on. It wasn't his song.
Even his own song, if he's got features on it, ain't nobody fucking with his shit.
Yeah. No, I mean, and maybe that's the case for him too. I don't. That the Jack Harlow dude, like maybe that's what he needs to do is just be featured,
Mhm.
or up your game, because apparently your shit sounded monotonous. I don't know you. I'm not listening to you, to be completely honest. Because he has, like I said, feature voice, and it's very boring to me. Like he sounded good where like on the Lil Nas track, because I've heard that because it was on the TikTok.
The TikTok, nigga.
On the TikTok.
Like,
He was on their TikTok.
wow.
And I did
Oh, that
hear the
big-
verse, and I was like, "This is cool." But that's
Right.
like I don't have like a reaction like, "Oh my god, I really want to listen to this guy more."
Yeah, like great. I don't really care for Lil Nas X because this shit's a little too pop for me. But yeah, Jack Harlow, that's his first track.
There's a-
Yeah, his
No,
first track
he-
was dope, but like other than that, like ain't really nothing else you added to your catalog. Like, oh shit, I gotta do this. Like, nah.
If you want to be popping, like you gotta up your game. Sorry, like
Nigga, if you ain't starting your album talking about you going through some things,
yeah, because I mean, how you get blown out by an R&B artist on your own track?
Yeah, that ain't good.
Randy legit killed that shit. Like I said, when I sent you that shit, I want to listen to her version more than I want to listen to his.
it's because Brandy is fucking Brandy. Just because she don't put out music, don't mean she can't. People, like,
Yeah,
please understand.
and even understand that even though that her albums don't get like nominated for awards, and even though that she doesn't get that
They sell.
her shit sells. She sells extremely well. Like she doesn't need to be pop.
Same thing with Maya. She ain't put out nothing since the 90s.
No, she's still putting out music.
I'm talking about like pop culture, like famous
yeah.
out big hits, like but
Mhm.
people still flocking to go see her.
She sells well. Same with people like Tadra Call. I mean, people want to hate on that nigga, but like he does fucking well. He's
Niggas is about to like rush to go see fucking Tyrese, and that nigga is only.
Ooh.
I don't. That's
See, like, hey, you're not a Tyrese.
when I realized that you could literally sing "Sweet Lady, Can't You Be Mine" the whole time without ever hitting the verse.
And they'll eat it
That
up.
ruined the song for me.
Eat it up. Don't.
Hey, man! It all started with that fucking was that Pepsi or Coke commercial he did when he was like
Yeah.
walking into the back of the bus with some headphones on singing, and
Mhm.
just went off from there. Now he talking
Yeah.
about leave me alone, please.
But that's what I mean. Is like, these people do well. I mean, you can't beat somebody, but you got ate up on your own track by an R&B artist that probably wasn't even like on your fucking radar.
He said he didn't know her. Yeah,
He didn't even know who she was.
I
What?
didn't know who Brandy was. I'm sorry.
Oh no, he's
Stupid.
stupid.
I'm
Sorry.
You put this out your home.
I'm definitely not listening
white
to your ass, Jack. I'm sorry.
White people and just like up and coming rappers in general, especially like white rappers and just new age rappers, please do your history
Mhm.
before you go on press junkets for your album or whatever the fuck you doing. Cause like, yeah, there was points where,
That's crazy, man. He went
Fucking-
up Coyotes.
I think he did an interview and he was like, yeah, he didn't really know who Tupac was, but he said that Drake was the greatest rapper of all time. And I was just like, I'm gonna need you. I said in the corner, young man. Because no. And even then, his first album flopped and he ain't put out like that album since then because he was just like, you know what, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we deviating from the topic though, motherfuckers. Kanye's
Yeah.
supposed to be on his job, but he ain't doing it, people. I don't know what the fuck for. Like, yeah, now this nigga ain't even listening.
That's
Nigga, you look like Garfield's owner.
You realize that? You know, I found out that actually wasn't his owner.
Whoever that dude was.
No. He was. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I found out that he technically wasn't his owner.
Their shirt matches the dog color.
You need to shut up. There's what you need to do.
Oh, this is not this yellow. But all right.
Get your ass back on topic, bitch. Okay.
You
so
bitch.
Right, you went on talking.
the only problem is,
The
the only problem here, because here's the other thing, and because the topic is, do opposites attract, right? We are clearly fucking opposites.
Yeah, I'm cuter, and I gotta deal with you two motherfuckers.
Yeah, but my dildo's bigger.
I have more kids.
Oh shit.
Don't need a
Well,
big dick if you got a big dildo.
That nigga busting up the strap.
I bust out both straps.
No.
I'm pow in two different ways.
Got that no than one too. You already know. Shit.
Oh, shit.
All that.
He taking two to them booty for real.
For real.
Boots.
Ever hear like bottoms up?
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, like, because we just talked about like romantic relationships, right? So for friendships, opposites, if people look at us, I mean, they'll be like, opposites kind of attract. I mean, if you're actually thinking about it, we're not really all like that identical. Like,
No, I got better hair.
and you full of yourself.
You're full of shit. I hate you.
I'm just confident in who I am. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then you got somebody who isn't here. Like, I'm only confident in, like,
Nigga, you only confident in the shower for 2 seconds.
real talk though. Not even gonna lie. Not even in front. Not even go in front on that one. See, you know me too fucking well. This is how you know we've been friends for too long.
Oh no.
Man,
No, but seriously though, you got people with varying degrees of confidence. You got people with varying degrees of interest. I mean, like Bear and I have, anime interest. We both been to Japan. We both have that experience. And then, like Mookie's and I, we both shared the same space in a room once.
for real, for like a whole fucking year. Shit, school year.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I didn't think about that. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when you actually think about it and like line it up, it's like we have more opposites to us than anything, but we get along decently. Like to have a podcast as a business relationship,
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck you too, bitch.
I imagined that was coming out. I was like, where is it at? He's overdue.
I hope you wake up and your left testicle is too close to your right one.
Man, I hope
Man,
your
don't say
dick
that.
desaturates just that much behind you.
Just a smidge. You're already on neon, my nigga. How low would it go?
Hello, boy. Yeah, like I said earlier before we really started recording, you can't have a positive and a negative and think you're gonna get a positive relationship because no, you can't have one cheery and happy person, the other person's like doing boom, woke was me type of shit. Like, fuck no.
That's not true. I mean,
You gotta
think about
you gotta green
Winnie the Pooh.
and
Yeah.
Tiglet.
No,
Like you say, Tiglet?
Yeah, that Piglet.
No,
Piglet, hold on. Oh, let's go like behind this stuff. Piglet's kind of depressed too.
they all kind of are. If you actually
They
think
are.
about it, they're just different parts of depression.
Except Eeyore is like shit. He is one bad day from that's Patreon. I already know. I'm sorry.
that sounds like Patreon.
Now I gotta
Could've been
make a
on-
note of that shit. It's like if I'll take it out.
Please make a note.
Like, yeah, but not like you can't have somebody like if you are the happy, you trying to go like 110, not only in like your everyday life, but also your personal life, and the other person is barely giving you 50. That shit ain't gonna work. Or like, oh, no, I got this done. It's like, oh well, my auntie died last week, and this week my left foot didn't want to work. And he's like, bruh, you know what? Fuck you now and your left foot. And you going to the funeral on your own. Like, no.
Not the left foot.
Hey, and people, please stop bringing up your relatives and your friends and your relationships. Damn, don't nobody give a fuck about them. I'll be sitting here like, yeah, my mama said I shouldn't have dated your ass. Well, why didn't you listen?
I'm still here, bitch. Like,
Still here.
It's like, why ain't you listening? Like, the fuck? Like, you
Why you telling me
this
this
just like they
follow
did.
through? What's going on?
Hey, and don't be like, see, arguments, if you gotta have an argument with somebody, like, we over sitting up like it's fucking We Cry Together, and you talking about like people's actual like body parts and shit like that, your sex life, you are the lowest of lowest person. And I hope every time you put on your shoes, they never fit correctly.
I know that pain. No,
Whether they
it's not
train
now.
or not, I hope they don't ever fit correctly. Like, no, you deserve all the worst things in life.
Hope you try to break in your shoes and they break. Like, for real, for real.
I hope you try to walk down the stairs and your knees just buckle.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
and like, and understand, like, on the opposite side too. Like, if somebody says that you're too much, or if you got people around you say like, "Damn, you do too much," or you're too much right now. Like, no, just understand that you're just in the wrong circle of people, because you got to think about it this way. Like, if you had like 2 cups of water, you got one small, one big. You're the one that's big and filled up, and you're just pouring into other people that aren't ready to take it. Their cup isn't big enough. You just got to find somebody whose cup is big enough, or pour yourself into multiple people. I know that sounded sexual as hell, but that was the analogy I could come up with.
I bet you did came with that, yeah, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just don't want to be like that situation where it's like Deliverance from Eva, where it's just like, you know, you got like people. I understand you got your single friends, that's cool, but if you got a friend that's been single all their life or all the time you know them, and they sit up here trying to give you relationship advice, you better check that shit, because it's like, bitch, what the fuck? You've been single all your life. What the fuck you gonna tell me? Like, hell no.
But the other side of this is like,
nothing.
Unless they're a relationship expert, don't take their advice. And the reason I say that is because even if somebody's been in a relationship, they only know a relationship in the context of the relationship that they've been in. So if you got somebody who's been in an abusive relationship, and I don't mean just physically, but you could also be in an emotionally abusive relationship as well. Like, if you've been in that type of relationship, that dynamic is what you're used to. And you're gonna give shitty advice because you're only used to being in a shitty dynamic. So, you know, pick and choose where you get, like, understanding like where you're getting your relationship advice from. Now, there are certain nuggets of information that somebody who's been in an abusive relationship can tell you. Listen to that shit, because they'll be like, no, this is what you gotta look out for. Like, if they tell you, like, if your man is like going out and not telling you where the fuck he's going, like, and they tell you, bitch, that's a red flag, believe them. They know. Understand, they know. But if they're like, well, if he hits you once, I mean, it might just be that he loves you. He's just gonna make sure.
Bitch, we ain't sparring. You hit me, I'm going.
Just make sure it's below the neck. If it's below the neck, he cares about you. Like, if they start telling you shit like that, understand.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Understand that that's not a person you should be listening to.
I don't know.
So, do opposites attract?
Hey, and if you
Say no.
if you staying in a relationship with somebody that talks shit about your family to you, what the fuck is your problem? Like, you ain't able to sit here and talk about my mama. Like, nah.
Unless your family is shitty. Because you have to be able to admit that.
That's like the same rule. Like, no, that's like the same rule. Like, Connie, if me and Bear start like talking shit about one of your brothers, after a while, it's like, all right, cool, funny. And then it's like, we just keep going in. You're like, nigga, what the fuck is your problem?
It depends. Like I said, if my brothers did something to you, I would
Your
understand.
brothers ain't got to do nothing. I just talk shit about them just because they exist.
Yeah.
That's
But
just you.
I mean, that's different. That's true though. I'm talking about, like, if they talk about your family and your family has never done shit to them, then what the fuck? But if I have experience with somebody's family doing shit to me. That's why I say that you can talk shit.
I could have smashed the cut your homie.
No, that's not. Damn. We only went 6 episodes.
I love how that always comes back. It's like a boomerang.
Fucking boomerang. God damn. You know what? Fuck it.
We need winners clickers like fucking like blank days until what? Because of joke.
God.
We gotta get one.
I'm skipping over shit. I don't care. What's on your not this list? God,
Hey,
Oh, wow.
offended.
so offended.
Dang.
Totes
Nigga,
offended.
that it changes depends.
Damn, not the depends.
Shit.
All bad. Okay, so on my not this
Chrome deuce colored looking eyes.
Oof. Oof.
Bear, just go.
Nah, I'm gonna let that one sit, fam.
That was geared to his beard too, not you, Connie.
Man, I'm gonna let that one sit there. I gotta go reflect on my life for a bit. Let me get a flashback arc real quick. Hold on. Anyway, no, I was saying,
Yeah.
my what's on my not this list today is gonna be the Poppy's Playtime has come up with a chapter 2. And it's about as creepy as the first one. I'd probably say a little less, but there's one part in it that I just can't get behind. Sends shivers down my spine seeing that weird little centipede dog thing. So that's on my not this list. Check it out. I mean, or not. Depends on how you feel.
What is this game supposed to be?
This
For those who don't know.
It's a horror. It's like a horror, I guess. It's a horror game, of course, but it's a game about a guy who gets a letter from an old company that he worked for that had went under and people went missing, and then it goes and say, they're here and you need to go find them. Of course, this is obviously white people shit. I'm not even gonna front, but it's just goes in to go check it out and see there, and then gets caught into some crazy shit as soon as he pretty much comes in. And this is just the second chapter of, I'm probably going to assume, maybe 4 or 5 chapters based on the pacing so far, but we'll have to see what they decide to pull out for the next expansion or something.
Okay. All right. So what's on your instead of this? Because that sounds interesting. Like, I'm not saying I don't play a lot of horror games in general. I like horror movies, but
That's because you're afraid of the dark.
I told you that I was afraid of the dark for Bear and Confidence. Why would you?
Hey, that's why you and your shadow don't get along.
The hell is that? Like a plotting on me.
He's like, the dark one will take over eventually.
Let the darkness consume us.
I will win. On my on this list today is probably still just Elden Ring, because that's just amazing. But also this other game I ended up finding out called Koromon, which is like a Pokemon ripoff, but it's not. So I was playing that around and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Because it's not like you're not playing as like a kid that's like, I'm going to go and be the champion of the region for some fucking reason with these, nuclear Pokemon. This is more like playing as an adult, and you're actually going out to try and be a researcher, basically. But being a researcher, you have to go and catch the Koromon and evolve, and then go help out with problems and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool, kind of like a handyman mission thing. It's pretty fun. Find it on Steam. It's like $20. It's pretty cool.
All right. My not this list is Mookie's blurred his background all of a sudden.
Oh, that's bad, fam. Don't do that.
It looks bad, bro.
It's bad.
I almost felt like fucking with it.
Oh,
That looks terrible.
that looked like the pink was coming for you, man.
Hey,
It looks like you're trying to hide the strippers behind you.
I know, right?
hey, just because you just don't mean you need to be in my business, sir.
Shut up.
That's exactly
If
what that
Chucky
means.
is there, I'm pissed off already. It's like, how dare you? It's like, what?
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Oh god. And she's clapping while she's doing it.
Oh my God, and she's using her hands.
She ain't using her hands.
Oh, damn, she doing a headstand.
Oh my God. The beds will make her dance.
Oh god.
Oh man.
That's dope though. Okay, I might actually check that Koromon shit out. 'Cause I haven't
Check it
played
out.
a Pokemon game in a while, but
It's pretty good.
man. Alright.
You better say it with some respect, motherfucker.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
You know what?
That trepidation. You're like, oh man, here we go. I'm excited. I want to know what.
Actually, I am kind of excited because I'm always intrigued to see what the fuck this dude comes up with. So, Mookie's, what is your $1 million nigga scheme for today?
It's a beauty. Because it's something that, like, if you're in a relationship or even if it's like your family, you need. See, now how, like, when your favorite, like, a new episode or a new TV show or whatever is about to come out, and you really want to watch it, but then you gotta wait until like your significant other or your family member like comes home and shit. Well, guess if I take away the feeling of being cheated on by just setting it up so that way it's a system that basically you need a 2-step verification in order to protect you from having your significant other watch a show before you get home. Plain and simple. So you have a relationship, you link up with like Netflix and all the other streaming networks, and might be able to get with the TV channels and TV cable networks and everybody, and just kind of set to where you just do a system of locking it and charge them like $50,000 to put it on there. We got continuous updates. That'd be another 15, maybe 1,000. And then from there, you know, we charge the common folks like $15 a month just to make sure that they continue to pay and we get some money off of it. And boom, bam. Now you ain't got to worry about your boo thing starting Stranger Things without you. Bam.
So what happens when you break up?
You
Or
as
if you
well.
break up?
There's a master code for that, but you both have to type in the master code still.
That's my point. It's like, can't somebody just be petty and just not do the?
If you're gonna be petty, like be petty. But at the end of the day, like we're trying to save relationships in some form. Shit.
Do you think relationships end over? Do relationships end over that?
People get so mad, like, oh my god, he watched the show without me. Like, wow.
I mean, I did, but I'm still with the dude for a little while.
What show was it? Hold on, what show?
It was he got me into the show called Once Upon a Time, and this nigga watched a whole season without me.
Damn, nigga.
A whole season? Whoa.
It was a season with the Wicked Witch too.
Did you call it?
But the fucked up thing was that he got me hyped for it. He made me catch up. He made me get ready for it. And then this nigga go and watch it by himself, and then start the next season with me, the following season after the witch thing happened, and then be like, well, didn't you watch it? Like, bitch, when?
Oh,
I was waiting for you.
You know what? On that situation, I blame you because you didn't speak up, man. Closed mouth don't get fed.
I didn't even know there was a new season.
Closed mouth don't get fed. So
I didn't know there was a new season.
closed. Shit, speak up, motherfucker. Yeah. So that's why you can go through and password protect certain TV shows and movies you want to watch.
I didn't know.
It saves you time.
No,
like,
but that's what I mean though, is that I didn't know that there was even a new season out. He just watched it without me. And which is whatever, like, cause like I said, I wasn't super into it though, but like he made me catch up. Like that's where you got me fucked up. You made me catch up and then left me.
you got stuck with a pre-catch up, nigga. Shit.
I got stuck with the pre-sour cream.
Ew.
Shit.
Right?
Damn. Did it at least give you a cold towel afterwards?
Hey, you know, I'm gonna do that to somebody one day. They're gonna ask for sour cream on their taco or something, and I ain't gonna mix it. I'm just gonna like get a small spoon and like just the pre on the taco.
Oh, you foul for that one. You foul.
Who pissed you off? Like, I wouldn't even do that shit. Who pissed?
That's fucked up.
It's gonna be you. You know it's gonna be you.
I ain't gonna let you touch my food. The fuck I look like?
I'm gonna do it on purpose. I don't care. Don't you want sour cream?
I'm like, well, you eating that shit? I'm grown. I can make my own plate. The fuck I look like?
I was sneaking on it. Like, you don't know.
Nigga, I like to watch people touch my food. If I'm not at a restaurant, the fuck going on in there?
He watches food like girls be watching they drink at a bar.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you got to.
Like, he gonna get his tacos reviewed.
You got to, nigga. Like, yeah, you ain't gonna eat everybody.
Which we're going there and go on.
If you go, like, I don't even eat potato salad. Even I know raisins do not belong in potato salad. Like, the fuck?
Nah, man, you ain't there until they start putting in a mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Oh,
Actually, you ain't there until they stop putting raisins and just put the whole fucking grape.
Nigga, you ever had sugar in mac and cheese? That shit is so disgusting.
Wait, the what?
There are some black people who put sugar in their mac and cheese.
oh, they must be destroyed.
I mean, what does it taste like? I'm curious because like,
it's just sugary.
but that's what I'm trying to say. Is like what?
I've had it.
What enhancing? I don't know. What the fuck flavor?
What is
you
the
enhancing? Just add more cheese.
That shit need a 2-step verification on it for real.
I need to
Two-step verification mac and cheese.
Right.
We need to make that recipe.
If this shit's got gratification, man, stop. Like,
you putting too much bullshit in this food.
too much bullshit.
Yeah.
Shit, bro. Like,
Hit a bullshit sensor. Be like, hold on, you got some shit in your hand. Hold up, what's up? What's with that? What's that? What's that?
Right.
Don't you
yo,
got
those, I mean, going back to the $1 million nigga scheme for today, like, I'm actually down for that. I mean, not because of experience, but because I think that you actually might be right. That might be useful for some people.
Exactly. You're trying to make sure ain't nobody watching your shit without you.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I think that's fair. I mean,
I think
if that's what your relationship needs, you know, and then like, because remember we were talking about opposites attract and shit, but you know, two people that would want to do this should be together, you know.
think about the fact that like a lot of relationships either had arguments or even broke up over scandal. It would have been prime during that whole time. Like when Scandal was hot and popular, everybody was like, oh, you better not watch the next episode without me. It's like, oh, well, you took too long. And the girls at work was gonna be talking about it. You like, fuck you now forever shit.
I actually, because of that, I never watched the last season.
I watched it to close to the end. I didn't watch the finishing.
Yeah, it was the same with How to Get Away with Murder.
How to Get Away with Murder?
I didn't get that far. I only got to like season 2, I think.
I stopped watching just before the last season started.
Was it still good? I mean, I wasn't like. Second season turned me off.
Everything turns you off, nigga. I got mad with one of the things they did towards the end of that season.
They killed somebody else off.
I'm not gonna say it. It's just because we might have people who want to watch that in Germany.
I don't give a shit. It's been out for a really long fucking time.
Bitch, you know what else has been out for a really long time, but we still just treat you like he's special? You
don't treat me special, bitch. What the fuck? This is special?
what the hell?
This is special? What the fuck? What kind of special?
Hey, I'm gonna need you to put the bass in your voice like you really are a top, bitch.
I'm top. Take this dick. I'm the black ghost.
Shit.
Oh, I know other.
Hey, the black ghost was a type. You saw him when he got older.
Hey man, he fucked around with the lunch lady, man.
Hey man, whatever. You probably give good head. You don't know.
Never know.
You don't know.
I ain't eating her cooking though. Shit, that shit can come back to bite you.
You don't know. Her shit probably felt like meatloaf and mac and cheese.
A horrible combination, nigga.
Oh God. You know, I'm just gonna short this episode. If you didn't learn anything.
Shut the fuck up. Don't be a disgusting bitch like Connie. You know what? If you're racist, fuck you. If you're sexist, fuck you. If you're one of these people who blindly accept Christianity to be the king that needs to rule a whole fucking country, fuck you. And you know what? Fuck you.
I remember only you can prevent
Fuck you, Bear.
What? You want to let that ride? I don't know what you mean.
Thanks for tuning in. Rate us 5 stars. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to share our shit, man. I mean, we gotta get views.
Bear gotta feed 50,000 kids. All right, he trying to get another one with Hillary Duff. Like,
And counting.
Hey, I was just serious though. You and Hillary Duff would have a cute ass baby. I'm just.
No, we'll see. Maybe.
you ain't gonna be happy about all his baby mamas.
Nope.
All right, y'all.
Fuck you.
Bye.